Here we go. All right. Charlie, thank you very much for taking time to talk to us. We'd like to first hear what your position is.
I'm the VOAG, or agriculture teacher, for the Octorary School, high school.
Great, great. And how long have you been in this position?
Going on 14 years.
Wow, okay, that's pretty impressive. Now, what were the qualifications you had to bring to this job? What learning or study or experience enabled you to win this nice job?
You have to have 4 years of college. You have to pass a certification to become a teacher, and then a certification to become an ag teacher.
Okay, and I'll bet there's an ongoing continuing education requirement for your job too.
Ongoing, yes. You have to do so many credits within so many years.
Mm-hmm.
But I also come with this job with a former background of part-time farming. So it's
Okay.
a plus.
So were you a farm kid?
My dad farmed for a hobby. He made his living in construction, but we always had pigs around the place.
Okay, well that tells us a lot. Now, can you give us a very brief overview of what your responsibilities are here?
We have two major course selections here. One is ag production, and the other one is ag mechanics. And I'm more into the ag mechanics realm of this, where I teach welding, electrics, MIG, TIG, gas. I teach construction, I teach plumbing, I teach wiring, I teach large engines, small engines, diesel engines. I'll leave anything out.
Yeah. Okay, now that's interesting because when you say you teach construction and plumbing and wiring, I guess that means that you have to brace your students for dealing with compliance issues. Even though we're in a rural part of Pennsylvania, it's not like the Wild West. They're going to have to learn to conform to inspection standards for that work. Isn't that true?
That's true. They have to follow, if we're doing electrical work, they have to follow electric code of the state and of the county.
Yeah, well, that's an extra benefit for them because, yeah, you ought to follow code anyway, I suppose. Now, here's a question for you. What's a bad day at work for you?
A bad day at work would be a day that I can't get through to a kid.
Uh-huh.
I just can't get him to see the main picture.
Uh-huh.
On the other hand, a good day is when I can get through to the kid and he
Yeah.
does see the overall
Okay,
picture.
well, I was going to ask you for a good day, and you already anticipated that. And one more thing, that I don't ask this to everyone that we interview, but for you, I think it's germane. You interact with the community through the children, and how big a role does community interaction with the families and with the community beyond the school, how big a role does that play in what you do?
Very big role. Although, if it's a math teacher, science teacher, you're not going to get that interaction as I do with the parents of the ag students, because I take them on field trips, we go to contests, we go to conventions where I'm spending a lot of time with their kids. So there is a lot of relationship between the kids and the parents and myself.
Okay. Well, you've answered all my questions in just about the way I would hope to have them answered. But there's one more thing, because there are a lot of dimensions to your job. Can you give us a shout out for the future farmers of America?
Shout out?
By that I mean, can you reaffirm for anyone who watches this video how useful and valuable a program that is?
It goes it goes right along with the curriculum. It's part of our curriculum, the Future Farmers of America, or the FFA. And a lot of the contests we go to, a lot of the conferences all deal with agriculture, future leaders, and the FFA.
Okay.
So you can't separate those.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well, thank you very much, Charlie. I really appreciate your time.